blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
This has been the timeless oath that has echoed through the cosmos in the past decades. In contrast to his DC stablemates, Superman and Batman, Green Lantern's debut has been far bumpier, taking in multiple series cancellations and the replacement of its nearly decade-long lead character, before the title's recent rebirth as one of DC's premier franchises. From the first Green Lantern, Alan Scott, a young engineer who discovered a magical green railway lantern created in 1940 by artist Martin Odell, to the latest and considered to be one of the most powerful bearers of the famous Green Lantern ring, herald Hal Jordan, let's embark on a journey through the top 5 Green Lantern powerful ring moments brought to us by the wielders of the Lantern Rings. But before we start, please be advised that there might be huge spoilers in the upcoming scenes, so we will list down the sources of the videos for you to watch before going on with the video. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel to show your support, and don't forget to press the notification button so you won't miss this type of content. Green Lantern Corps defeating Superman. In an alternate DC universe, the Soviet Union revealed Superman to the world in 1953. The news of a superpowered alien under Soviet control caused panic in the United States, shifting the focus of the Cold War arms race from nuclear weapons to metahumans. The Green Lantern Corps was created after a dying H.E.R.O.V.E.R.S.E crash-landed on Earth. Lex Luthor retrieved his Green Lantern ring, and under President John F. Kennedy's personal permission got to work on reverse engineering it so it could be used against the Soviet premier Superman. Colonel Hal Jordan was chosen as the test subject.
Captain Jordan, we're setting up an entirely new branch of the military, and I want you to lead it.
And in time, a whole Lantern Corps was created to serve the nation. Sometime after Luthor became president, he decided to deploy the Corps and take down Superman. The fight was intense, and the group of Lanterns successfully subdued Superman, even with a reverse-engineered ring. Imagine what the original Lantern ring would do. The fight between Superman and the Green Lanterns was interrupted by Wonder Woman, who pleaded with both sides to stop fighting. However, in the end, Superman still won and was able to incapacitate everyone because Diana interrupted the fight. But what do you think would happen if the group of Green Lanterns were using the original rings and not a modified one against Superman? That would be one hell of a fight that's worth the watch. John Stewart versus Parallax. In Green Lantern, Beware My Power, after John Stewart got powered up by Hal Jordan's ring, he embarked on a space detective odyssey with Green Arrow, Hawkgirl, and Adam Strange. They tried to discern why the Green Lanterns went radio silent, and if indeed Hal was dead, and Sinestro appeared to be the one sparking the war. However, in the final act, a dark twist ensued that unleashed DC's scariest cosmic villain, revealing the true puppet master, which is Hal Jordan himself, as the true villain. It was later shown that Sinestro put the Parallax parasite into Hal's mouth after he sent his ring away. It was the last valiant act Hal would pull off because it soon possessed him. And ironically, rather than serve Sinestro, Hal overpowered him and made Sinestro his servant instead. Their crowning moment came when they bombed Oa in a raid, killing all the Green Lantern Corps and destroying the central power battery. Hal eventually absorbed a bunch of rings onto his hand, empowering Parallax even more. It wanted to remake the universe in its image, So it chose Hal as its avatar, then John summoned the rings of the dead Green Lanterns from Hal, even slightly showing a hint of yellow color on Parallax's suit, which stands for fear. In the end, he was defeated, with this scene alone showcasing that true and strong willpower, being the source of the ring's strength, can beat any villain.
And why? Whatever price I have to pay, I'm okay with it. Maybe the Guardians made the right choice by making me a Green Lantern.
Hal Jordan versus Parallax. One of the most famous live-action adaptations showcasing Green Lantern as the main protagonist was the 2011 film Green Lantern, directed by Martin Campbell. The Lantern Ring has once again proven at the climax of the story that strength comes from strong will. It was shown in the film that the Guardians tell Sinestro that Parallax was one of their fellow Guardians who attempted to control the yellow essence of fear, only to become corrupted himself. Arguing that the way to fight fear is with fear itself, Sinestro requests that the Guardians forge a ring of the same yellow power, preparing to concede Earth's destruction to Parallax in order to protect Oa. Hal appears and tries to convince the Guardians that fear will turn the users evil if its power is used, but they reject his pleas, and he returns to Earth to try to defeat Parallax on his own. Hal saves Carol from Hammond after a brief showdown. Parallax arrives, consumes Hammond's entire life force, and then wreaks havoc on Coast City. After a fierce and epic battle, Hal lures Parallax away from Earth to chase him across the solar system. Parallax is then caught in the sun's gravitational pull and is destroyed. Facing one's fears is one of the primary aspects of being a Green Lantern. Even without the support of other Lanterns or the Guardians themselves, Hal Jordan fought alone and became victorious to the end, proving once again that his willpower is arguably the greatest in the DC universe.
Though his time wearing the ring has been brief, Hal Jordan's defeat of Parallax will be remembered as long as the Corps exists. His actions are a reminder of why the ring chose each of us. To overcome fear and destroy evil wherever it may hide.
The Green Lantern, MoGo. The Green Lantern ring, being one of the strongest weapons in DC, had given anyone worthy and with a strong will to any creature across the whole DC universe, but MoGo perhaps is the most unique of them all. MoGo is a living planet known to be understandably antisocial by the Lantern members, since he could never attend Green Lantern meetings on Oa, as his gravity field was so strong it would have torn the entire planet apart. MoGo has only appeared in a few animated films and series, one of which is from Green Lantern, Emerald Knights. Balfunga the Unrelenting, an alien hunter, was one of MoGo's first direct adversaries. Having tracked the legendary Green Lantern MoGo to the planet where he apparently resided, Balfunga subsequently spent years searching the planet for MoGo, examining various plants and animals for any sign of a power ring, until a closer examination of patterns in the foliage led him to realize just what MoGo really was, prompting him to flee MoGo in a panic.
His fight was over before it began. He had found his enemy, who was hidden in plain sight. The Green Lantern known as MoGo.
By the end of the film, the Green Lantern Corps was overpowered by Corona, suffering heavy casualties. While regrouping, H.E.R.O.V.E.R.S.E devises a plan to kill Krona with an equal or greater amount of matter to counter his antimatter.
The only way to destroy antimatter is with matter. All we have to do is hit him with something of equal or greater mass.
What are you gonna do? Chuck a planet at him?
Why not? If he wants Oa so bad, maybe we should give it to him.
The core fall back to Oa and push it towards the sun. The shadow demons kill more of their number until MoGo arrives to assist his comrades.
Oh my god.
Killing Krona and destroying Oa. In the aftermath, MoGo agrees to become the Green Lantern Corps' temporary base until they build a new Oa. Hal Jordan vs. Sinestro. Green Lantern First Flight has showcased what's arguably one of the best Green Lantern fight scenes in the DC animated universe. Sinestro was one of the greatest Green Lanterns in history, but he believed that the Guardians were unfit to keep peace and order across the universe, with them simply capturing and arresting criminals instead of exterminating them. And so he betrayed them. He tried to use the Yellow Core to gain control of the Green Lantern Corps. The Yellow Battery destroys the Green Battery, rendering all the Green Lantern Corps' power rings inert and causing death by asphyxiation of countless Green Lanterns who were in space at the time of their rings' failure.
The lanterns.
Jordan, having recovered his ring moments too late, finds the battery and pounds on the inert green element. He places his ring on the small crack that appears, absorbing the whole of its power. Imbued with the full might of the green energy, he destroys the Yellow Battery by crushing it between two moons.
It's over, Sinestro.
I still have plenty of juice left in this ring, enough to take yours.
Having exhausted most of the green power to destroy the Yellow Battery, Jordan is left to fight against Sinestro under his own power.
You're not strong enough.
Just takes a little incentive.
after an intense hand-to-hand battle, even trading cosmic ring blows in the void of space, Jordan uses the last of his power to knock Sinestro to the surface of Oa, where Kilowog crushes the yellow ring with his foot.
Excuse me.
Having regained partial power to his ring earlier, Kilowog takes to the air and saves Jordan from a fatal fall to the planet's surface.
Very creative.
Hey, I got a few tricks too.
We can say that Sinestro's story is tragic. He's become the very thing that the Green Lantern Corps were created to oppose. He had fallen so far to the point that he couldn't even remember the most basic truth and timeless oath of the Corps.
In brightest day,
in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light.
And there you have it, folks! I'm sure there are even better scenes in the comics that we have not yet covered about Green Lantern, so let us know in the comments if you also want us to cover that. Also, comment down below what was your favorite scene and if there are moments that you think deserve to be in the top 5. Subscribe to the channel with the notification bell icon so you won't miss our next hero highlight. Stay awesome, everyone! We'll see you in the next video.